Hello, sacred souls. It's Susanna from alemannic.shaman. What I have here for us tonight is help, assistance, a path clearing, and blessings from our divine team for a self-sufficient life. And basically what I have here is logs that are infused with mushroom spores for oyster mushrooms. Here, this is from North Spore. And this is basically something that I found a few videos on YouTube. The first one I came across was by homesteaders who had infused logs with mushroom spores, and basically the package was full of wooden dowels, like these short wooden dowels that are usually used to put like two pieces of wood together, right, to join them. And they were infused with those oyster mushroom spores. And in that video, I don't remember what type of mushroom it was, but when I researched it a little more, this was the one type of mushroom that can grow in both hardwood and softwood. And since I used logs that I found on the curb after people had cut down their backyard trees or parts of a tree, I wasn't really sure what kind of wood I was picking up. I'm not an expert. I unfortunately can't tell exactly by the bark what type of tree it's from. So I thought the best bet is to actually go with oyster mushrooms because it seemed like the most versatile option. So basically then you have to drill a hole, put the mushroom infused plug, the wooden plug or dowel in, and then seal it with wax. And rather than melting and pouring wax as they did in the videos, I felt it was way easier to actually use the very soft wax from Baby Bell, like from those cheeses, right? That is actually quite soft, and I mean, it depends on the temperature. So if I pull it out right now, it seems fairly hard, but see, like if I apply pressure, I can pry them apart because there are a bunch of those that I put together. Sorry, my hair got in between. And when you start warming it up in the hands, then it can be molded quite easily, which is really awesome. So that's what I did, and that's how I sealed it, right? Super easy. It took a little bit of time, but it was also fun to do. So yeah, this was something that really inspired me because as part of becoming a little bit more self-sufficient, and I mean, I don't even have my own land yet, but it's just I want to learn as many things as I can, even before having land, just to, not start from zero once I'm at that point. And I think quite a few of us are on a similar path where, some people jump right in and then they just learn as they go. And others, like myself and probably a bunch of you, we're trying to learn the skills while trying to get our ducks in a row until we can eventually get some land. And the more we step into those healed energies, the more we're also going to attract abundance, and that includes being able to get land, right? Rather than always just scraping by. Anyhow, so what was really cool? So this log I put up here so that I can show you easier because this one is light and it's actually a really small log. I think they were supposed to have a slightly larger diameter, they said in one of the videos, but I have larger ones on the floor here, which I will drop off in my little secret guerrilla garden behind the train tracks. But they're just heavier and more bulky and awkward. And I had some of the dowels left at the end. So I was like, okay, I'll put some in the small one here and in this one as well. And this is such a cool log too, because what I see in this is a baby dragon curled up like in a fetus position, right? So I feel like that's really a sign from our spirit guides, especially those of us who also work with dragon energy. Maybe not always, but even if sometimes, that this is really a sign. And a baby dragon would also really be a sign of a fragile new beginning, right? So whenever we have a baby animal or a baby in general, even like in dreams, a baby often represents a new beginning, right? So a baby dragon, a dragon is powerful. It is in line with the divine, with the spirit realm, and I take it as very, very strong guidance that this is the right path and we're all moving in the right direction. We're all coming from a 3D life and we're slowly, step by step, moving closer and closer towards a fully self-sufficient life of what's going to be New Earth, right? So we're in the process of birthing New Earth. So, I actually didn't light this candle yet because I wasn't sure if I wanted to lift it up, but it might be, yeah, maybe I will lift it up. I'm just looking through here. It's not super good to see, so maybe I will lift it up. But this one is a little heavier, but it's also a very, very cool log. Let me show you the back side too. So there was kind of a hole, so it actually has a handle here, see? Which is like super cool too. But let me show you. So this is what I saw as the head of the baby fetus dragon that's curled up. And this would be like part of the wing that's up here, right? So I hope everybody could see that okay. All right, so I'll put it back down. And now I can light this. We're going to smudge and then I'll call in our divine team. So it's amazing some of the stuff I sometimes find. When I first saw it, I just thought it was really cool with the handle. And only when I actually prepared it for like when I started preparing the ceremony and I looked at it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is a baby dragon. So another sign, right? Oops, not that. And I think the fact that the match just went out was a sign that there are still some energies around us that are trying to hinder us in that process. But we're just going to keep moving forward, even if it takes longer, even if there are some hindrances along the way, but that's okay. We're just going to keep going, and eventually we will get to that place of complete self-sufficiency and having created a new world, like New Earth type of communities. Okay, anyhow, enough of that. Let's smudge and get started. So, whoops. 2, this one too. Oops. Please cleanse, clear, and renew all of our energies and take away anything dark, low vibrational, and unhealed, and transmute it into pure divine essence and return it to the divine, to the universe for reintegration. And help us fully and completely reconnect to our own inner divinity, as well as that all around us. And through that, help us be in oneness with all of creation again. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations. Oh. All right, let's call in our divine team. Dear divine higher power of the universe, our higher selves, our higher spirit guides of the light, our ancestors that are in the light, dear Mother Earth, powers of all four directions, powers of the east, powers of the south, powers of the west, powers of the north, powers of all four elements, air, earth, fire, and water, and all other benevolent powers, forces, spirits, and beings of the universe that are of the light, and especially for this one, also the great spirit of the dragon. Please join the ceremony and assist the healings, prayers, and protection with all of your powers. Thank you. Please close the circle of protection around us. Thank you. Wow. As I'm looking at this looks like a shepherd with a stick, I feel. And if I go sideways, it looks like there's a bird sitting on a stick here. Awesome. Yeah. So let us first give thanks for all the blessings in our lives. For all the blessings, big and small. For the roof over our heads, the food on our tables, and the security that we have in our lives through work, employment, an income of some sort, or through whichever way or means we have stability in our lives. Oh, sorry, I just hit the camera. And also, today I ran into someone I hadn't seen in a long, I hadn't seen him in a long time. And then I think 2 years ago, I ran into him twice, but I was also like dealing with a whole bunch of stuff. And I thought, okay, if I run into him again, then that's probably a sign that we should, stay in touch and maybe grab a coffee or something. And then I didn't see him again for a long time. And today I ran into him again. I did have to rush off again, but I know where he works now, and he told me his schedule, so I promised I would go back again at some point to, talk a little more, and then we can take it from there, right? So, I want to give thanks for that. I feel that sometimes we get little nudges from the divine, and the energies and the timing has to be right so that we're actually open, right? So, just want to give thanks for helping us on this healing journey so that we can also attract new people into our lives who are more in the kind of vibrations that we're currently in, right? Just rather than just past ones. Sorry, this is actually smoking a lot. Let me see. I don't know where I put the lid right now, but let me just put a can over this. Oh, wait a minute. This is better. 1 second. Sorry, I don't want to have my entire room all smoky here, so let's just do this. That works. Okay, so thank you for all those blessings. Thank you for connecting us with more and more people that are on our current wavelength, that are also trying to heal, that are on the healing path, or people who have similar interests and so on, right? So thank you, spirits, especially thank you, Great Spirit of the Dragon, for coming through for this healing. and for showing us that this is an important step on our path to a new earth life, to complete self-sufficiency. Thank you for helping us with this. Thank you for the guidance. And I ask our divine team for a special blessing and path clearing for tons of assistance. Thank you. Maybe that's why that happened today too. Okay. To start bringing all the right people into our lives now, that we can form these new earth communities with, so that all the right people come into our lives to where we can teach each other, we can help each other, we can maybe get together and communicate as a commune or as a co-op, purchase land together possibly, or in whatever way, shape or form things might happen, that we collectively find each other, right? Our healing and ascending collective. So bring in all the help and support that we need to continue walking on this path, to continue healing, to continue learning about how to do things more environmentally, in an environmentally friendly way, how to be more self-sufficient, and how to also inspire and teach others, and anything else that we need so that we can finally put into a 3D reality what many of us have dreamed of for many years, but pushed aside because of obligations in the 3D world, because we stayed in the matrix and we had all these financial obligations and schedules and things, and especially those of us who are highly sensitive to energy. A lot of us were also tired after a full day of work, especially when dealing with a lot of people. That could be very draining, right? So, thank you. And now help infuse us with lots and lots of extra strong energetic support from the spirit realm, from the divine. Fill us with massive amounts of divine light energies and help us spread those positive energies, and help us touch all the people around us in such a positive way that we start inspiring them as well to make changes in their lives, to also become more self-sufficient, to become more environmentally friendly, and maybe become more spiritual and so on, like to become sort of more serious about the spiritual path, let's say, and so on, right? So please, our divine team, clear the path of any obstacles. Ooh, thank you. And let all those new ways become our pillars. That's why this one is here. Thank you. Sometimes I don't know until it happens. And let our new values be at the center, at the core of these new lives. And let it be a collaborative and interdependent way of a community working together, rather than codependent, clean, needy relationships that defined our past. So we're leaving that behind, and we're fully opening up to this new and much healthier way of life. And so it is. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations. Oh, the energy feels so much better today. It's amazing. I think the last few days were a little... So thank you for that as well. Thank you, our divine team. Thank you so, so much for opening up our path and for filling us with all these wonderful energies. It feels really amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, I feel that this is it for today. So if anyone would like to stay in these energies a bit longer, please pause the video. For the rest of us, let the ceremony now be finished. And let us give massive amounts of love, thanks, gratitude, and blessings to our divine team. Thank you so much for all your help and assistance. Please open the circle of protection around us, but let the ceremony now be finished. And please put a massive divine 12D shield of protection all around us and seal our energy shield with a massive divine shield of protection. And so it is. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations, all our relations. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, for being a part of this ceremony, and for being on your own healing and ascension journey. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And I'm also sending you tons of love, light, and blessings. Oh, and I forgot at the beginning of the video again. Sorry, I have to start getting used to this. If anybody does want to contribute to the channel, I don't have enough subscribers for a donations button yet, but I did put a PayPal link below, or the PayPal link below. And also I opened up a Facebook page where everyone can meet each other, as well as like connect with me and each other, where in the future I would like to also have some monthly online groups where we can all, meet each other face to face online. However, so far, only one person beside myself has signed up. So if you're interested in that, please do take a moment to join the page. I will have to approve it just to make sure we don't get some of those trolls. I'll try to check it a little bit, but anyhow, we'll see. So just send me a quick request and I will approve it, and then we can all connect there. Okay. All right. I'm sending you tons of love and light, so many blessings and protection. Be well until next time, and I wish you great abundance. May truth and integrity always be with you. Bye.